Chapter 25. Zoran nodded to the guards at the door as he quietly let himself into the apartment. Stripping off his clothes as he moved toward the bedroom, he was naked by the time he made it to the bed. Standing next to it, he gazed down on Abby's beautiful face, feeling love and wonder rush through him. Pulling the covers back, he eased down next to her, trying not to disturb her. He gently pulled her into his arms, sliding one of his large hands down to lay it possessively over her still flat stomach. "You're back. I missed you," Abby said sleepily. Zoran rubbed his chin against the top of Abby's head. "You should not have even realized I was gone. You should have been asleep, Alila." Abby sighed, moving her bare leg up between Zoran's muscular ones. "I love it when you call me that." Zoran groaned as Abby pressed soft kisses to his chest. The groan turned to a growl when her tongue flicked his nipple. Zoran turned Abby onto her back and pressed her back into the soft mattress as he moved between her thighs. Using one leg, he pushed her legs farther apart as he aligned his swollen cock with her vagina. Pressing forward slowly, he gritted his teeth at the feel of her soft, hot vaginal walls closing around him. He felt his dragon stir as Abby nipped at his chest and throat playfully. With a soft moan, Zoran buried himself fully inside, and Abby savored the connection he felt with her. Abby's dragon stretched seductively. Abby felt the playfulness change to hot desire as her dragon demanded her mate. Abby lifted her legs and wrapped them around Zoran's waist, holding him tightly against her as her teeth elongated. Wrapping her arms around Zoran's neck, Abby pulled him closer. "Fuck me," she whispered right before sinking her teeth into Zoran's neck, breathing dragon fire into his blood. Zoran's dragon roared out at the same time Zoran let out a deep growl of his own, his hips jerking in response to Abby's bite. Waves of intense desire engulfed Zoran as the dragon's fire coursed through him. Zoran gasped as the waves built and broke over him. Sweat beaded on his body as the flames scorched him, and his cock swelled to the point of pain. Zoran's body thrust forward, impaling Abby. Abby gasped at the incredible feeling of fullness as Zoran swelled inside her. Zoran let out a cry as the wave hit him again. He gazed down at Abby. His eyes glowed a bright gold as he drew back his lips to reveal sharp teeth. He pulled almost all the way out before thrusting forward, moving faster and faster, and thrusting so hard Abby had to hold onto his shoulders and squeeze her thigh muscles to avoid being pushed up against the headboard. Zoran gripped Abby's hair in his hands as he continued to thrust, watching as she threw back her head and screamed in climax. Wrapping one hand around the back of her neck, he pulled her up close enough to bite down on her throat near her collar. He held on as he felt his own release wash over him. He had mere moments before the waves of dragon fire built again. Breathing his own fire into Abby, Zoran watched as Abby's eyes changed to glowing blue flames. "Now we fuck," Zoran growled, releasing Abby long enough to pull her legs from around his waist and flip her over. Grabbing her around the waist, he pulled her up onto her hands and knees and mounted her swiftly from behind. Abby screamed as she felt the hard thrust of Zoran's cock pushing through her hot, swollen folds. The fire burned hot and fierce through both of them as they felt wave after wave build and burst over them. "Mine," Zoran growled deeply. His voice was a mixture of his male self and his dragon. "Mine forever." Abby screamed hoarsely as she came, one climax after another, until she felt that she was going to dissolve into a million tiny pieces. Zoran pushed in one last time before collapsing with a hoarse cry of his own onto his side, his cock pulsing endlessly as he pressed his seed deep into Abby's womb. Shuddering, Zoran pulled Abby's limp body against his own. "I love you, Elila." Abby weakly wrapped her arms over Zoran, holding him close. "I love you more, Zoran. I'm glad you abducted me from my mountain." Abby knew everything would be all right now. She was home. It might be a different world, a different mountain, but she was finally home. This has been Abducting Abby, Dragon Lords of Valdier, Book 1, written by S.E. Smith, narrated by David Brenin. Copyright 2011 by S.E. Smith. Production copyright 2015 by S.E. Smith.